Hey everybody. We recently just wrapped up delivery of the professional diploma that we run. Um, that was the seventh course, I think. So anyway, throughout the course, we talk a lot about what we call the defendable position, which is planning and delivering our events and working in such a way that everything we do is contributing towards what we call the defendable position, which is basically if the worst happens and you end up in front of a judge or in a coroner's court and you're having to explain what you did as a professional in the event industry or as a health and safety professional, that you have a strong defendable position. So an awful lot of things go into that. And then something came up a couple of days after we finished the course. I was having a conversation with someone who works in security management. And he was telling me that they work in a venue where two different promoters tend to run large scale events there. And for events with 95% the same layout, pretty much the same kind of demographic in one area of cover where the security company has to cover. So this same security company work on for both promoters. In one area within that arena, one promoter on the booking sheet, when they ask for security numbers and they do a security call, one promoter looks for around 80 security personnel less than the other. And we talked about this a little bit, and we talked about how assume that company who wants less security, they're saving costs, they're a promoter, they're in business to make money. So assume that company has something go wrong at their event. Okay, whether it was their fault or not, something goes wrong at the event, things are now being looked at and scrutinized, they're in court, they're in front of a judge. An expert witness or somebody brought in by the prosecution, by the other side of the case, will find it very easy to find out what other promoters do in the same arena for the same demographic, So what will happen there is the barrister or whoever it is will find it quite straightforward to go, your biggest competitor or a close competitor, this promoter, does a very similar event and they use 80 extra security people. How do you justify using 80 less? And this brought us back around full circle to then talking about this defendable position. I would put it to you that that promoter who's using 80 security personnel less is going to be in a very tough spot and does not have the most defendable position at that point, because it can be readily shown that competitors, people doing similar thing, a lot of parameters quite similar, are using a whole lot more security. Interested to know what you think. It was a good, healthy, robust conversation we had. So kind of interested to see what more people think on this. Thanks.